Even in the darkest depths, something hears your heart before it ever sees your body. Miles beneath the surface, where light cannot reach and silence reigns like a god, something ancient moves, its eyes cold, its skin carved by time, its senses sharper than death itself. This is not just a hunter, it's a living radar, a creature that doesn't need to see you to know that you're there, because somewhere in the rhythm of your chest, it feels the beat of life and follows it. You see, long before sharks evolved to hunt with sight, they learned to listen to the electricity of the living. Every flicker of a muscle, every pulse of blood, every trembling heartbeat in the vast, endless sea creates a signal, a whisper, a frequency, a living beacon that only they can hear. It's called the Ampullae of Lorenzini, tiny gel-filled pores beneath the shark's snout. But don't be fooled by the name. To a shark, these are the keys to an invisible world. Through them, a shark can sense the faint electrical field of a fish from meters away. It can track a wounded animal through the current of blood pulsing like thunder underwater. And yes, it can detect the slow, fragile beating of your heart from miles across the ocean's dark. Imagine this. You're diving deep, surrounded by stillness. You think you're alone, but miles away, something ancient has already turned toward you. It doesn't hear sound. It doesn't smell blood yet, but it feels you. That tiny spark of life inside your chest betrays you. It's not fear that gives you away. It's existence itself. Because to the shark, life is not seen. It is felt. This is the unseen realm of the ocean, a hidden battlefield of electric ghosts where every living thing hums a silent song. And the shark is the only one who knows how to listen. So next time you see calm waters and think the ocean sleeps, remember this: below that mirror of light, something waits, something ancient, something listening, not for movement, not for sound, but for your heartbeat. It's a perfect predator in a silent world, a creature designed not by cruelty, but by pure, cold precision. Millions of years of evolution have given it a gift, the power to sense life itself, and that makes them the true unseen hunters of our planet. In the deep blue silence, the world is not darkness, it's electricity. Every living creature, from the smallest fish to the largest whale, gives off a signal, a faint electrical hum born from the movement of life itself. Muscles contract, blood flows, hearts beat, and with each pulse, an invisible energy radiates outward. Most creatures never feel it, but sharks do. They don't just see the ocean, they feel it. Across their snouts lie hundreds of tiny black dots. They look like freckles to us, but inside each one hides an ancient power, the Ampullae of Lorenzini, tiny jelly-filled pores, a network so sensitive it can detect an electric field a billionth of a volt strong. That's like feeling the heartbeat of a fish hiding under the sand. That's like sensing a single drop of life in an ocean of silence. The jelly inside those pores acts like a living conductor, translating energy into feeling, waves into awareness, electricity into instinct. To a shark, the sea isn't empty, it's alive, glowing with the pulses of hidden life. Electroreception, that's what scientists call it. But for sharks, it's simply how they exist. They move through the water like ghosts with open eyes, reading the invisible map that life itself creates. Every heartbeat, every twitch, every nervous spark, they sense it. The shark's brain doesn't see images, it sees energy patterns, ripples of life painted in electric light. When a fish hides beneath the sand, the shark doesn't need to look. It feels the signal of its muscles tense, the heartbeat quicken in fear. And just like that, it knows exactly where to strike. Imagine walking in a pitch-black room and yet being able to sense every human heartbeat around you. That's what the ocean feels like to a shark. And it's not hunting blindly, it's reading the current, listening to the symphony of life itself. These ancient hunters evolved long before sight became useful, and that's why, even today, in the coldest, darkest parts of the sea, they reign supreme. Because where no eye can see and no ear can hear, they still know. They feel. A single electric whisper is enough to call them. One pulse, one heartbeat, and the unseen hunter begins to move. In that electric darkness, the shark is not lost. It is home. Because in the world beneath the waves, life doesn't shine in light. It shines in energy. And sharks are the ones who can see it. In the stillness of the ocean, nothing truly sleeps. Even when the water seems calm, even when every fin and tail goes still, life continues to whisper. In pulses you cannot see. Every living creature beneath the waves, from the smallest shrimp to the largest whale, carries a silent heartbeat, a rhythm that never stops, a frequency that never fades. This is the silent pulse of life. To human eyes, it's invisible, but to the ocean's oldest hunters, it's a map of existence itself. A fish may bury itself deep beneath the sand, motionless, breath slowed to a whisper. But its heart keeps beating. Each beat sends out a wave, a ripple of electricity so faint it seems to vanish into the dark. Yet miles away, something feels it. The shark turns, not toward a shadow, not toward a sound, but toward a pulse, a rhythm that calls it through the current. That's the secret of the ocean. No one can truly hide. Every living thing, no matter how still, betrays its existence through energy. A crab under coral, an eel coiled in rock, a diver drifting in the blue. They all hum with life, and in that endless hum, the shark listens. Its sensors stretch out like invisible hands, touching the currents, feeling the vibrations of hearts beating in the dark. The sea becomes a living web of pulses, a silent storm of electrical breath. And within it, the shark moves like a conductor, tracing the rhythm of life through the unseen waves. Each pulse tells a story. Who is alive? Who is wounded? Who is afraid? It doesn't need light to see. It doesn't need motion to chase. All it needs is your heartbeat. In this silent world, sound is useless. Vision fades, only the pulse remains. Steady, fragile, echoing across the abyss. That's what the shark hears. That's what draws it closer. Not blood, not movement, just the electric whisper of life continuing to live. And as it glides through the deep, the line between hunter and heartbeat disappears. Because beneath the waves, life itself is never silent. Every living being, every heart, every flicker of breath, plays its note in the eternal song of the sea, a song that only the shark truly understands. A song made not of sound, but of energy. And in that silent pulse, the ocean is alive, breathing, glowing, waiting. Because down there, in the blue beneath all blue, nothing is ever truly still. For millions of years, the ocean has shaped its hunters in silence. It taught them patience. It taught them precision. And it gave one creature something no other truly mastered, a sixth sense. To us, the world is seen through eyes, heard through ears, felt through touch. But take a human into the deep, and all of it fades. Light dies, sound warps, smell dissolves in salt water. We become blind, deaf, and lost. Yet for the shark, the dark is no disadvantage. It's home. Long before sight evolved to chase light, the shark's ancestors learned to read energy itself. While other creatures depended on eyes that failed in the abyss, sharks depended on something deeper, electroreception. They could sense the living without seeing them, find the weak without hearing them, and hunt with an awareness so pure it bordered on thought. That's why scientists call it their sixth sense, a biological miracle born from evolution's cold patience. Imagine a world where your skin could feel electricity, where your face could taste movement, where every living thing around you glowed like a silent storm of energy. That's the world of a shark. While humans fumble with flashlights in the dark, the shark moves through black water with absolute confidence, guided by signals no other creature perceives. It doesn't need sunlight to hunt. It doesn't need sound to hear. It simply knows. Evolution crafted this gift for one reason: survival. Over millions of years, as the ocean changed, As prey learned to hide and darkness swallowed the light, sharks adapted. They didn't evolve to chase the visible. They evolved to feel the invisible. That's why in the midnight zones of the sea, where pressure crushes steel and the sun has never touched, sharks glide effortlessly. Every flicker of life, every trembling nerve, is like lightning against the stillness. To them, the ocean is a glowing field of motion, and they are the masters of its current. Their sixth sense is not magic. It's mathematics, biology, and survival, woven together into perfection. When a shark hunts, it's not guessing. It's calculating, reading microcurrents, decoding electric whispers, following invisible trails across miles of blackness. And while we call it instinct, to the shark, it's simply awareness. The kind of awareness that reminds us our senses are fragile, limited, blind to the deeper layers of existence. But the shark? It swims in a world beyond our comprehension, where every heart, every spark, every living soul underwater is visible through the pulse of life itself. The sixth sense is not a mystery, it's evolution's masterpiece, a reminder that nature doesn't need eyes to see, only the will to survive.